What's going on YouTube? This is Rob A again, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Starscream. As you can see, this is Starscream as seen in War vs. Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. I don't believe his appearance changed very much between those two games, so you could pretty much pass for either. I talked to my brother who has played Fall of Cybertron quite a lot, and he says, as far as he can tell, this is like dead on to the in-game model, so that's pretty cool. We're going to take a quick look. As you can see, it has the nice image from the game, and looking at this, I would have to say yes. If this is actually from the game, then this is a pretty darn good representation of that character. He comes with what looks like the Scatter Blaster weapon. And yeah, he looks like his eyes are quite bright. He has some very nice light piping. We're going to check out the back here. As you can see, his tech specs. He does not have a whole lot of courage going on here, which is not unusual. It's pretty run-of-the-line, standard for Starscream. Strength is decent. Intelligence, I think his intelligence should probably be a little bit higher. Speed is up there. Probably that should be higher too. Endurance seems decent, rank, fire blast, and skill is pretty high, which is interesting. So he's got a little bio here. There was a time when Starscream was an honorable soldier who fought for the defense of Cybertron, but long isolation aboard an orbital platform made him greedy and ambitious. Given the opportunity to once again lead troops, he gladly joined Megatron. So as you can see, he's got his Cybertronian jet fighter mode. He comes with spinning assault cannons. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. We're just going to get this guy open and see what he's all about. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so here we have Fall of Cybertron Starscream. And I have to say right off the bat that I am very pleasantly surprised at how much I actually like this figure. I almost didn't pick it up at all because I was like, Starscream. I'm not the biggest fan of the game design of this character specifically. But I figured, why not? I'll give it a shot. I heard around that he was pretty decent, and I think he's more than decent personally. But I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and you can make your own judgments. But for starters, we're going to take a look at his vehicle mode. As you can see, it is pretty well dead on to the actual animation model for the video game. His blue is actually a very dark, like rich blue, but it's coming out rather light on the camera, so I don't know how that'll actually turn out on YouTube. But as you can see, he's actually got quite a bit of paint apps. His feet here are actually, I believe they're gray plastic, but they're actually painted silver and blue all over. This piece back here is actually black painted blue. He's got some nice Tampo Decepticon symbols on his wings, as well as some pink detailing inside his, I guess his intakes and on the back of the jet. Underneath you can see more of the gray plastic, but it's got very nice blue paint and red, as well as some excellent, very nicely colored red plastic here, like a very nice burgundy sort of maroon. And his weapons are even painted up a little bit, which I really do appreciate. And they do span his little scatter blaster halves. If I had one complaint about this mode, it's that I don't think it was necessary to have his head kind of sticking out back here. You can see his head is right there. I think if they made a little more effort, they could have had it just kind of tuck right in here, and it wouldn't be so kind of out there. But that's okay. It's really a minor nitpick. The jet itself looks good, and I'm really enjoying this toy. I really am. So that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. We'll take another quick look around here. As you can see, it's pretty much standard run-of-the-mill jet transformation going on here. Legs flip up, chest, back, you know, hands are tucked in behind. But with that, let's go ahead and transform this guy, and we'll see what he's like in robot mode. Okay, so as I said, to transform him, all you're going to do is just unplug his legs from the back of the jet. Pull the whole, or you want to flip the little nose bit down there, and then flip the whole lower torso and hips and waist and all that fun stuff down and forward. Then you're gonna accordion this piece. You're gonna pull this down so it like connects there, and then pull this up and then split it in the center here, and then that is going to be his back. And you just want to pull his arms out to the sides, just like so, and then just plug the whole thing in. He's got a little hole back here, and it just plugs in like that. Turn the arms around, just adjust those to your liking, and turn his head around, of course, and just flip these, flip the intakes like over his shoulders, so that he holds that look from the Vidger game. And don't forget to flip his toes out, just like that. And there you have Starscream in robot mode. So as I said, I really do like this guy. Let's take a quick look, and we'll get his head sculpt in there. As you can see, he has fantastic light piping. His eyes really do just light up with the slightest bit of light around them, and I think that's really great. It gives him a lot of life. So as for articulation, he can move his arms most of the way around. He can't actually get them all the way around. They're just the wings are a little bit in the way, but you can, in fact, just kind of twist them all the way around like that. He has an upper bicep swivel. He's got a double hinged elbow, which is very cool, and a wrist swivel, which I didn't think he had when I first opened him up, but I was very pleasantly surprised to see that he did. He has rather large hands, which is kind of odd. Like, I mean, just from the front on, they look very big. But aside from that, no waist swivel, unfortunately. His hips are on a universal swivel, and he has a thigh swivel and some nice knees. Very cool, just like that. And this, my brother, who also has this figure, did not realize this, but with some fiddling, I did notice he actually has ankle tilts. They're very stiff, so you may not even notice them at first, but he actually has ankle tilts, which I think is fantastic. I was really pleasantly surprised to see that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I've heard people complain that he's like hollow down the center, but unless you've got his arms raised and you're looking at him, you know, like dead on the side, you don't see any of that. Like from the back he's fine. From the front he's fine. Like, he's got a great profile. I love the silhouette that he has going on. And his weapon, you can take these two halves and just stick them together, or you can have them, you know, separately in his hands like you saw before on the jet, or stick them together, and then you've got basically the scatter blaster from the Vidger game, and he can hold that however you like. It shows him on his instructions, kind of holding it two-handed. But if that's not your cup of tea, you can just have him split those guys apart and have dual guns going on. And then you can tilt his ankles and have a cool pose for those things. His head, oh, I forgot to mention, his head basically is just, he can raise his head a little bit, but his head is pretty much swivel. I mean, you can get some motion there, but it's basically just side to side. But that's quite alright. It works. It does work. So here's Starscream, and I will show him off with War for Cybertron Prime, because I do not have Fall of Cybertron Prime. This guy's going to be a little bit bigger, just because Deluxes were bigger. Here he is with Prime and Kickback. And I really, really, really like it. I didn't think I was going to. Honestly, I thought it was going to be just another meh, throwaway kind of Transformer that we've kind of been getting these days. But no, he's been really great. And I definitely recommend that if you see him in the stores, and if you like the aesthetic from the video game, I know it's a hit or miss with a lot of people, but I'd say give him a try. He's very solid feeling. He's super solid in vehicle mode. I was very surprised to see that. He doesn't feel chintzy or cheap like the Combaticons do. So far these two guys have been pretty good, and I'm really excited about that. I hope we're going in a good direction with these new Transformers. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a like if you found this video helpful, and definitely subscribe. I got a lot more going on. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching again, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.